If you think about the functioning of the brain, when we are in a stressed state of mind, or upset or angry, we tend to go to that fight or flight response, and everything from the prefrontal cortex, which is all involved with long-term and short-term memory, gets totally bypassed. So children who are coming from an area where they are very, very stressed or upset or angry actually are unable to think, and if they're unable to think, then there's just no point in them learning anything, because they don't learn at all.
We think it's very important to have a very clear ethos of the school, a very clear vision. Our vision is summarised very simply as 3, 5, 7. 3 represents our mission statement, 5 represents our 5 keys to success, and 7 represents our shared expectations. And the children are very aware of these. We take a lot of time celebrating the successes of these. In fact, the majority of our time is spent celebrating how well they carry out 3, 5, 7.
I like them because they let everyone feel inclusive. They listen to everyone, and all the team, the staff, they always do a teamwork.
Simply, we don't ask children why they have misbehaved. We feel as a school that is quite a negative way to approach something. If you've asked a child why they've done something wrong, you're basically asking them to think about that action again. And what we like to do is we like them to rethink the thought process and sort of create a new situation scenario. So we would always say, what should you have done? What will you do next time? That allows the child the opportunity to rectify things in a positive manner, but also to create an ethos of it's okay, everything can be sorted out.
We use a lot of our funding to buy in additional teachers. For example, we have 2 languages teachers, we have a music teacher and a PE teacher. But in addition to that, we have a specialist English teacher and a specialist maths teacher that provide our children with the support to achieve well with the levels within those subjects. They're supported by our learning mentor, who's a full-time member of staff, who works very closely with our deputy head teacher, and they take a lead on all the emotional, social, personal aspects of the children. In many ways, I see their role as the ones to prepare them to go into the specialist teachers, really ready to learn and really ready to make great progress.
In our school we have a dedicated jungle room, and it allows children who need that time and space to release their emotional baggage to do so. There are very tactile things in there which they can touch. There is an area where they can punch or kick or play with a ball and regain that sense of calm by releasing every form of stress or anger or upset that they currently have.
We have a child in year 6 who was often off school. No particular reasons for it, really. His punctuality was pretty bad, and when I had a good conversation with him, I discovered, they're a vulnerable family and they were struggling. So to help him with his punctuality, I got him an alarm clock. He put it to work straight away, and his punctuality improved immensely, because he felt more independent. He was able to get himself up instead of waiting to be called, get himself up, get himself ready for school and come to school.
We have opportunities every day. We have collective worship, either as a school or as in class, where we just light a candle and children have an opportunity to just sit and reflect and think about things without having pressure from outside. Just some children have lots of things going on in their lives and it's really, really busy. So it's just providing that time for reflection and just developing their spirituality and spiritual side as well.
We work with quite a few agencies. One would be Rucksack for bereavement. Quite often I will do a lot of the work myself, but when I feel that we haven't advance as much as I'd like to with the child, then I'll make a referral to Rucksack.
My son, who's in secondary school now, nearly 4 years ago, my mum passed away and he found her, and he struggled a lot with that, had a lot of problems coming to school. He went off the rails a bit, didn't want to come to school, just getting into fights and everything else. They got me counselling, bereavement counselling, which helped him a lot, and he did it here at the school 1 day a week. And the school did nothing but back me 100% all the way. Anytime I had questions or concerns, there was always someone to talk to.
Yeah, Families First are one of the busiest agencies that we do a lot of work with, specifically around homelessness and debt within the families. They will often go to the parents' houses and work with them, you know, sort of one-to-one sessions at home. They will also become involved in school life and come see the child in school and see how they're getting on. Particularly with homelessness, that's really an area that is more and more, it's up and coming. It just seems to be non-stop for a lot of the families. We are always out in the playground first thing in the mornings before school starts for a good 10-15 minutes, and also the same at the end of the day. And we find this is a great opportunity for parents to come and talk about any concerns that they would have regarding their child.
My daughter, when she was about to go to secondary school, I didn't know anything about it because she was my first child. So the school supported me to fill all the forms because I wasn't in this living in this borough. I'm living at Hackering Borough, but still they supported me through all the difficulties.
Well, when he started nursery, he couldn't express himself. He couldn't say many things because I talked to him in home Polish, which is my first language. And when he started, it was very hard for him. And when he started year 1, he had a lot of support from his teacher, from the assistant teacher, and especially Miss Kelly. I'm so grateful to her. She just supports him and gives him attention how much she could. And now when he started year 2, it's just excellent. You can see improvement.
We're not saying that levels in English and maths and reading and writing and grammar are not important. Of course they are. We want to do as well at that as anybody else. But we think we will better achieve that if our children are mentally equipped and they're given the right personal and social development skills to enable that to happen.
Well, it's not rocket science. Children only learn when they feel good. It is as simple as that. And the whole ethos we have in this school is basically to encompass a sense of calm and inspiration in children. And when they are feeling in a state of calm and when they're feeling inspired, they are able to use the prefrontal cortex to the max and actually learn.